everyone, and how are we? And we finally have a bit of sunshine here in the south. Let's hope that it doesn't change tomorrow, as last night was quite torrential. Right, we're here because I am making my homemade bread and butter pudding, but we are making it with a little bit of a twist, and it will be available to purchase from Chutney all year round. I've already done the boring things, like butter the bread, and I actually wanted to get the bottom layer done because I wanted my mixture to sit for a while. What I've also got on is I've got some eggs to pickle, and then I'm going to crack on with the dog food, because to save myself a little bit of energy, I'm going to use the water that I've boiled the eggs in to cook my rice, so I don't have to wait for it to boil up. Right, I'm going to show you. It'll be a bit dark in here. Let's see what we got here. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. I think we need the light on. Right, what I've got here is the base of my bread and butter pudding, but we are making a bread and butter pudding infused with chocolate and pistachio. I've actually not put pistachios in it, so if you love the flavour of pistachios but you don't really like nuts, don't worry about it. I've cheated and I'm using this. I picked this up in B&M and it has got to be the best chocolate that I've bought for a while. Normally I make my own. Alright, as I'm waiting for this to sit, I actually filled this up quite high, and as you saw, that mixture is soaking lovely into the bread. We're going to cook this in a water bath, and I'm going to continue and do the next layer when I chat to you. I'll just turn you around, there you go. Hey! Right, so I actually started. I've done this like a basic custard mix. So eggs, cream, milk. God's sake, cream was hard to find. I'm in Somerset and I'm struggling to get some cream round there. Oh wow. Anyway, problem solved, because I was not making my bread and butter pudding without having a bit of real cream. So eggs, milk, and proper milk. It's straight in. With a little bit of sugar, and obviously my pistachio chocolate that I showed you. I'll show you one more time, because Jesus guys, this is really nice. They also do a red velvet one, but as I said, I'm cheating, but the pistachio is so strong in this that I think it will give it such a great flavour. Right, so this is such a cheap dessert. And look how yummy chocolate that does look. I've got some proper chocolate that what I've been doing is I break it up, and that is going through that. Whoa, look what I've done. I knew I was going to do it. But that is going through all that layer, and we're going to keep that layer up. Can't believe I just threw half of it on the floor. Oh, it's just my luck. And as I said, we're going to water bath that, and I'm going to water bath it for about 30 minutes on a really quite low temperature, because I want this to soak in really nicely. Anyway, alright, we'll do that again. So, let's move this out of the way. Don't need to be seen, I can see what I'm doing there. I'm going to put some gloves on, and we're going to go back. I'm going to go back to layering this beautiful pudding, and I'm hoping, I'm going to bring you in a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. Is that a little too much? Lower you down, how's that? There we go, how's that guys? Can you see that? Excellent. So, I'm going to continue layering. Obviously you know sultanas in this one. I was going to make a classic bread and butter pudding, but I fancy something a little bit different. As I said, I am different. My store is different. Pop along and have a look at my store, please. I've got some really lovely things on there, and all of it is homemade or homegrown or home produced. as in it is all pretty much liquid. Alright, we've got our buttered bread here, and we are going to go, which way did I start? Oh yeah, I'm going to go the other way. And as I put it in, it's going to soak the rest of that beautiful chocolate mix up that I've got here. And hopefully behave and do what it, and come out as nice as the others that I've made. I'm looking forward to some sunshine. We are getting teased at the moment down here in the south with the sun. I just hope it continues. It would be nice. I need to cut my grass. It's looking bloody awful. So, and as I said, guys, this is such a cheap, easy meal for you to do at home. And it's a great way of using up any bread that you've got left over. So, you know, you're not wasting. And we don't, at the moment, we're all trying to save as much as possible. So, I'm just going to press this in. And then we will add more liquid into it. So, let's turn this round. It goes that way. I actually like to do my bread and butter pudding in like a case, so it's almost like a bread and butter pudding pie because it's cased up in top. That way, I think, you don't lose anything, it all comes out in one, and you have got the perfect amount on your plate. And you've got a decent portion. That's the thing. It's always good to have a decent portion. I think I'm going to have to butter some more bread. I tried to do the boring stuff before I went live. Because seriously, you do not need to watch me butter bread. If you do, you need to watch something else. And we're gonna, this is getting really nice now. I'm quite happy with this already. Let's just speed up a little bit because, come on guys, this is boring, isn't it? Hi! Sorry about my tooth, yeah, a little bit gappy. That was terrible. Got to get that sorted. We will once we get this up and running. Once I'm relaxed and we're all sorted, then we'll think about my face. But for the time being, I can eat, so it's not hurting. So that's good enough for me. What do you mean? What am I? I don't know what I don't know really what to say to that. Really, do I look sort of that appalling that you can't actually work out what I am? That's worrying, isn't it? Dear Lord, Bob. I don't think I was doing too bad today. Okay, I got no makeup on, but Jesus. Cheers, mate. Anyway, back to me bread. I'm gonna wash my hands a minute. Where did there we go. Where did I put the scissors? Right here. I didn't wash my hands, wash my gloves. I'm gonna butter a bit more bread. Then we're gonna layer some more chocolate on there. A little bit more bread, just to seal it all on. And we'll see how we go from there. So, do the boring bit. Sorry guys, do apologise. Do a bit of chocolate on this. So when I get chocolatey butter, it won't go well with everything, you know. Alright. Boring bit. I do apologise. I'm just sitting here buttering bread. If I could make it go faster, I really would. But unfortunately, I'm doing this live. I'm doing this in real time. And it will take the time it takes to butter bread. Like so. And obviously, as I said, we're going to press this bread right in because I almost want it almost really compact. We're going to layer that with a bit of some chocolate. And what I'm hoping, because I've not made this before, So this is all experimental. I'm hoping that the chocolate I've chosen and using it with the cream and the milk and all that lovely goodness that's in there, going to melt that chocolate, and we're not going to end up sort of like, excuse me, not going to end up like, you know, like the pan of chocolate where you got the pieces of chocolate in. I don't like that. I like it all melty and nice. I don't. When I have something nice and sweet, I want it to melt in the mouth. I want it to be good. I'm sure you're the same. You don't want to work. It's a bit like a good old steak. You know, you don't want to work for that steak. You want it to be nice, soft, and enjoy it. And I'm hoping to make my bread and butter pudding the same. Alright, I think it's the last bit. Then we're going to add some more chocolate. I was actually trying to make my mind up whether to make a cake or make another bread and butter pudding. And I was so happy the last time it came out, we chose what to put in instead. Alright, the last couple of pieces and then we will top it off. I will have this recipe available on my Instagram page. It's only 99p a month, guys. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. Could I improve it? Probably, yes. The answer is to that. But we're getting there. Once I stop giving myself too much to do, I'm okay. And we'll be sorted. But, for now, this is my army. That is me. So that will have to do. And I know what I'm doing, sort of. And if we get it right, it'll work. Alright, let's add some more chocolate. Wipe this butter off for a minute. Hey. Oh, lovely. I actually bought this in bar, and obviously all I've done is just put it through the machine. Unfortunately, what happens is it got a little hot. So we've got one clump of chocolate that I'm trying my best to spread out amongst all this bread that I've got down here. I'm actually quite looking for it. It smells really good. As I said, I'm not really the biggest chocolate fan, but there are plenty of people out there that are, and plenty of people out there that don't like sultanas and currants and things. But maybe you actually like the texture of a bread and butter pudding. Well, here's your option. Let's just stick some chocolate in there. I think I'm going to have to get a little bit more for the top. Alright, let's top this off. Actually, I'm going to get some more chocolate, to be honest, before I do that. Wait 1 minute. Oh, there we go. Alright, this one's a little bit harder, but that's fine. We can work with that. Warms up pretty fast. I actually bought this in my local mirror market. It's quite a high percentage. So you are going to get full flavour. I do really, really want to try this now. I probably won't be able to eat an entire piece, which is good news because it means it's excellent for sharing. Alright, that'll do for now. Alright, got our mix. I'm just going to gently pour that over the top of the pudding. Looking really good. It smells incredible. I really wish you guys could smell this. I'm actually quite happy with how it's smelling. Alright, we're going to try and do this without chucking it all over the side this time. Excuse me. And try and, oh, there we go, it's come out. Let's try and soak some of that bread. There we are. Alright, don't worry, another layer of bread's going on, so I think I'm going to have to get some more out. I'm going to try have these going that way. Look, it may look like loads, but it's already soaking beautifully into that bread. My oven's got to warm up anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be leaving this until my oven's nice and heated. But I just want to share with you how I put my bread and butter pudding together, because everyone's got lots of different ways. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong. We all have our different ways of doing it, and this is my way. I like an encased pudding. Wash this off. There we go. I'm not really worried about bread, to be honest, being covered. Alright, a little bit more bread. We're keeping everything local. We're using, this is from Dinella's. Again, you can purchase this from me, or you, if you're in the area, pop into Dinella's. And you'll end up spending more because they've got lovely stuff in them. Alright, back to the boring bit, guys. Sorry about that. We actually squeezed in more than what I thought, which is a bonus. Alright. More of that. Few more bits. And then I'm going to leave this to rest. Sorry if I go quiet, it's not the concentration. You know, it takes a lot of concentration, butter and bread and that, you know. You all know what it's like. But yeah, as I'm saying, guys, I'm actually here promoting my little store as well, because we're trying to make things slightly easier for you at home. All my veg is prepared by myself, and you can buy that fresh or frozen. I've got some beautiful chips that are actually made out of potatoes and not reformed. They're actually raw, so you get to cook your own chips at home, pretend they're yours. There we go. I'm so sorry about my throat. Alright, last lot of bread. Well, you can easily see where we gotta go. Go this way, because I can still see the chocolate on the top. Alright. I'm going to push that in as much as possible. Yeah, you want to get your money's worth. You don't want some tiny, squeezy little pudding. You're wondering where stuff is. You want to be able to see things. Right. I want you to like my food. I want you to buy my food. It'd be even better. Share this page with anyone you think it may be helpful to, or interested. Why don't you try? I'll tell you what would be really helpful, guys. If you're not subscribed, check out my channel. Have a look what I've got. Got a little bit more than food on there, and if you like it, give us a subscribe. Just generally because it's free. And we all love stuff that's free. We all love a bit of free. See, look at that. We can get some more on the top there, which is exactly what we're going to do. We'll cut this one in half. Just a full squeezing over the edge there. Gently push in. There we go. Just give it a nice big pat down, and we're going to top it off with some more mixture. But you see, look, that lovely top getting over now. You know, nice, firm, looking good pudding. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Right. Yeah, I've always press it in as you're filling it up. Or if you find any gaps, fill the gap. Get yourself a pair of gloves. Sell them on Temu. I think these, I was looking at the prices, these are about, and they're under £2. Really good quality. Delivery was really fast as well, along with this penny that I bought off Temu. Perfect size because I'm short, and it actually comes above my knee. So I'm actually really impressed with that. Adjustable around the neck, and under its other, even better. Alright, nearly done, guys. Oh, look at that. Take this side. Alright. I think this is as much as I'm going to get him. He's looking pretty filled to me. Squeeze a wee bit more in. Just don't want to waste this mixture. That cream looks good, I've got to say. Alright. Okay, I'm done. And all I can do is smell the pistachio coming out of that. That smells cracking. I'm loving it. I'm really looking forward to this. My mum is going to love this tomorrow. She actually gets to try it tomorrow. Well, actually, she's very honest. So, if she don't like it, it's not going up for sale. So, we all better out. My mum thinks this is really nice. And she hates chocolate. She is not a chocolate lover. Okay? My mum is a plant woman. Yeah? She likes things that can last. There's no way to, it's got to be a certain kind of chocolate from my mum's house. She ain't eating no chocolate stuff. So, if my mum eats this, I've done exceptionally well. So it is all down to whether or not this beauty goes on sale tomorrow or not. I'm just going to put that little bit of bread in there just to soak up that extra in there. Alright, that's it, I'm leaving it. I'm done, that's done. I'm going to get the oven warmed up. I'm going to get the water bath sorted. Squeezing more in. I'm not going to bore you with my patting down and stuff. There we go. Right, my eggs have only got 10 minutes on them as well, so that is all working in perfect time. Very happy with that. Timing is a good thing. You got your timing, you're alright, you're sorted, you can do anything. So, alright, that's it, I'm done, guys. I bored you enough with dribble at the end because, yeah, I run out of things to say. Because A, I'm concentrating so much on this. And try not to let it completely overflow off the sides. And I need to sort my eggs out. And as I say, get the oven on, ready for this beauty. There we go, we're done. Alright. Yeah, it's running off the sides, but it's going on the tray anyway. So, I'll be back later, hopefully, with how this comes out looking, okay? Fingers crossed. If my mum likes it tomorrow, I'll be able to sell it. If she don't, we should be starting again. Have a great afternoon, guys. It's cracking out there. Well, it is in the south. Let us know if it's not where you are. That will be interesting because our freaky weather down here is quite annoying. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in, giving me your time, and popping along. If you like this, just give us a little like. If you really like it, please subscribe. It would be fabulous. Alright, I'm going to clear this mess up, sort my eggs, and I'll be back later. Take care, guys. Bye!